Thanks to the positive response to our 5 reasons why to purchase the Class of 1981 Miss Galaga cabinet, we're going to do it again, and this time we're talking about the 5 reasons why you should or should not purchase the new Arcade1Up TRON cabinet with pre-orders going live October 19th. Is this particular cabinet going to be worth the $699 price tag to you? Well, hopefully we can give you 5 reasons why you should or should not consider picking this one up. Alright, and let's kick things off and tell you 5 reasons why you should consider picking up the Arcade1Up TRON cabinet and adding it to your Arcade1Up collection. Number 5. Tron Replayability. Tron consists of 12 levels of 4 sub-games that you do have to repeat the same 4 games over and over and over. The I.O. Tower, the MCP clone, the Light Cycles, and the Battle Tanks levels. But each time you go through all through 12 levels, the difficulty gets harder and harder and harder, and to truly become a master of this game, you have to defeat all 12 levels, and it is quite an experience trying to become a master of the original Tron. Number 4 reason to buy, this cabinet also includes Disc of Tron, which unlike the original 1982 Tron, the 1983 Tron is just a single mini-game where you play as Tron trying to defeat Sark in a disc battle. And just like the original Tron, you have a total of 12 levels, with the opponent becoming more aggressive and difficult as you play. Just another reason to pick up this cabinet for Tron and Discs of Tron. Number 3 reason to buy this cabinet, in my humble opinion, is that this is another Wi-Fi enabled cabinet coming from Arcade1Up. That's right, if the game happens to be released with any kind of patches, bugs, we will be able to get Wi-Fi firmware fixes, as well as we do have Wi-Fi enabled leaderboards. So when it comes to competing against other Arcade1Up Tron cabinet owners, whether you're playing Tron or Discs of Tron, you can chase the leaderboards and try and become the best of the best with the highest scores across the world. Number 2 reason to buy this cabinet, in my opinion, is the experience of playing Tron and Discs of Tron with arcade-accurate recreation controls, including a spinner and trigger and flight stick for playing the original Tron game, as well as a push-pull spinner and the thumb button for blocking on Discs of Tron. This is a huge win by Arcade1Up, having arcade-accurate controls for both games. Which leads us to the number 1 reason you would probably buy this cabinet, is for the appearance of the cabinet and the nostalgia overload. This cabinet comes with a black light, responsive ink on the control deck and inner side panels, light up front panel, light up flight stick, light up marquees, and of course, it mimics the original arcade as closely as they could possibly make this 3/4 scale version. If you grew up loving Tron, and if you've wanted Tron in your life, now is the time. Alright, time to switch gears and look at the top 5 reasons, in my opinion, you should not purchase this Arcade1Up TRON cabinet. Number 5 would have to be the fact that this cabinet does come with a vertical screen, which is great for the marquee title Tron, but Tron was a vertical game, which is great. But when it comes to Discs of Tron is a horizontal game, and it will be played on a vertical screen. So if you are a Discs of Tron enthusiast or purist, this game might end up looking a little squished, or the aspect ratios might look off playing that game on this cabinet. Number 4 reason not to buy this cabinet, in my opinion, and this is where I might get murdered by some viewers out there, but unless you grew up with Tron, unless Tron was your homie growing up, unless you thought that the movie was amazing and that the game from 1982 and its sequel from 1983 were the bee's knees, any new arcade owner will probably find these a lot like I did. These games just aren't that great. You could totally tell what genre they're from. They're not that spectacular. They do have nostalgia attached to them, as well as a wonderful Disney movie, but the overall gameplay experience, in my opinion, is pretty boring. If you don't really like these games, maybe you should kind of avoid spending the money just to have something collect dust in your arcade and gaming room if you end up not enjoying the experience. Number 3 reason not to buy this cabinet, in my opinion, is that although it comes with Wi-Fi for leaderboards and score chasing, there is no 2-player online mode, so you're not able to have any kind of 2-player alternating action like on the original arcades. That would have been a sweet, sweet deal if they had found a way to make that work, and that would have been really cool for owners to take turns playing against each other. around the world. Number 2 reason why not to buy this cabinet is if it's going to retail for $699 plus tax, so you're looking at about a $700-800 cabinet. One thing that Arcade1Up historically has had issues with is their controls. And with their recreation imitation spinner, which their spinner lately hasn't been that bad. I'm assuming they're going to put the same spinner that they have in their later generations in the cabinet. But their spinner and their flight stick, the question is how good is that flight stick going to be compared to what we've seen from some aftermarket guys like Glenn's Retro Show? There's a chance that a lot of owners will drop nearly $800 on this cabinet and then another $100 on add-on accessories to swap out the controls for something better, for example, from Glenn's Retro Show. Which leads us to the number 1 reason, in my opinion, you should not purchase this cabinet, or possibly just not purchase it right away, is the price. When pre-orders go live on October 19th, pre-orders are expected to match what we saw on Target, these $699 bundles, which come with a stool. And if you think about it, guys, we're paying $700 plus tax, nearly $800 for Tron and discs of Tron. 2 games from the early 80s that honestly have not aged so well. But then again, if you are a Tron lover, you're going to be hyped. Money might not matter. Your wallet's going to open up and you're going to buy these cabinets no matter what. There's rumors we might see a SKU from Walmart or other retailers without the stool in the $529 range. And if that's the case, there's a much better reason to purchase this cabinet versus the $699 bundle with stool. But those are, in my opinion, just my humble opinion alone, the top 5 reasons you should or should not consider purchasing the Arcade1Up Tron cabinet and adding it to your Arcade1Up collection. Definitely want to know what your reasons are. If I missed any reasons, or if you liked the video, what your feedback is, leave me those comments after the video. And if you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, guys, give me a thumbs up on the way out. And as always, thank you for subscribing.